Hello, I'm outside the Swiss Cottage gym again, and you probably know what I usually talk about. It's about the behaviour. Sorry, I had to hear my mouth. It's about the behaviour of Connor and generally on the live streams. Now, I've got to admit I made a mistake, but it was extremely hard to detect. But what I thought when I reviewed the live stream, I thought that Connor had said a really bad word, a crude word. I thought he said the F word, and I thought, right, this boy is really messed up on the live stream, and I'm absolutely furious because I never like any bad words on my live stream. I mean, F words are a big no-no. So I really thought that Connor is going to get such a big telling off, you know, because he messed it up when talking about the boats and Roger. But it took me a while. I had to listen over at least 100 times. Now I'm being very serious here. I had to really, really listen, but for some reason, I kept hearing the mother and then the F word, but then finally, when I had to listen really, really hard, and then I found out that he said trucker, but it sounded, the T sounded quite a bit like the F, so that's why, and it was probably because he spoke in a low voice, like trucker, like that. So I I was so relieved, because if that boy had messed up my live stream, oh gosh, he would have been in such serious trouble. I mean, I would have really, really, really been very, 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 very angry, and because I just bought his merch, you see, again. I bought his merch again, so I really expect him to be on his absolute best behaviour now. And he's not off the hook completely. He's still in debt, because 2 weeks ago exactly, and today was when he did a live stream. I remember this very clearly at about 8:30 p.m. and the whole thing was a shambles. It was a big mess. You hear that, Connor? That was a big mess, because I mean, the first 10 minutes were okay. Then, as I remember it well, he started by saying the B words, and that's when it all went topsy-turvy, because that's when he said no, he said beach, and then I remember I said, no you didn't, you said the B word, the B-I word, and then for some reason the whole thing was started wrongly, because people started showing pornography pictures from Pornhub, which sent off the wrong vibe immediately. I don't know who sent it. I believe it might have been Captain Roger and whatnot. Of women showing their V-box, and the whole the booty naked for men to penetrate into them, which was again it gave the totally wrong sort of vibe to the IG chat. And what's worse was that the F words from Connor were absolutely disgusting. I mean, first it started off as non-vulgar, if I remember right, and when he started saying F you and stop F words, putting those pictures up there. And then I try to be nice. You see, this is what I don't understand. I tried to be nice, and I told him not to swear, and for some reason he got worse. He got absolutely worse, and I mean, that's apart from everyone else using the F words as well, which which was terrible in itself. Captain Roger, and then there was Joseph, uh, and then there was Tate, and then there was Kylie. But the thing with Connor is that he seemed to get worse. He went from bad to terrible to dreadful to absolutely dreadful to unforgivable, really, because every time, I don't understand this, and I've got about 2 minutes, so I'm going to try and speak pretty fast and make my points fast. Every time I tried to be nice, and I told him I was very firm, but he started being rebellious and challenging, and then saying "F you, what are you going to effing do?" And then he started getting vulgar, and then he started calling me effing paedophile, you old ugly paedophile, and then he started saying MF. Can you believe that? Can you? Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. Can you believe he started calling me an old MF in front of the live cam, and he was laughing, and then he was challenging me, and then he kept saying MF, you ugly MF, you old MF, you paedophile, you MF, and shut the F up, etc. And then it got more vulgar, and he started swearing about my mum. He said, I would like to F your mum, and your mum has a big P, and that's the other thing. There were many P words he said as well, and he said, and then he started swearing about Sadie Crowell, and saying he wants to F Sadie Crowell in her P, and so there was many vulgar words. And then he said something about he wants to F some mamas. Yes, that part I heard very clearly, and I was shocked, I was horrified. So I counted 120 vulgar F words, and about the rest were non-vulgar, a total of 412. So he is not off the hook by any means. He needs to apologise 120 times to be cleared, and then more for the other F words.